All right, let's get into it, boys. Mbessa ban. So the Mbessa ban is because obviously Lyon is playing into Gryffinn, who's like a really good Mbessa. You saw our strategy last week, not really a leak or anything since we did it on stage, but our preparation versus Fly was to just first pick Mbessa game one to get it out of there. Like, obviously something that we play well. Flabber played it, but obviously people know Thanatos plays it as well, so it's a good flex for us. And then also it was extremely strong into Gryffinn because it eliminates something that you have to ban. If you remember the first series we played against Fly, we were banning Mbessa. We banned it all 3 games, and the second time we played against them, we first picked it. So that was kind of like a little bit of the strategy there, like the prep that went into Fly, and obviously it's not secret or anything because you know we did it on the stage. So I wonder if Lyon will pick Mbessa the next game when their first pick, or if they're going to try to just accept the Mbessa ban for the entire series. Well, they're going Ashe Seraphine right off the bat, but Ashe Seraphine Orianna into Nocturne is like pretty scary. See if Berserker picks his 80 here, or if they drop potentially the 4-5. Balance versus Orianna is pretty fucking hard. I mean, normally you just go Azir, but I mean, I'm not really a huge fan of this because I feel like Nocturne Nico is a very good dive identity, but I feel like Azir is not really thematic with it, and I don't think Azir is very strong into the champions we're seeing, so I'm not sure if I like this pick. I mean, the problem you always run into with leaving Orianna up and banning things like Darius and Karma and Mbessa is that Orianna only has a small set of champions that people are willing to lane into it. I mean, unless you're Chovy, right? Chovy's the type of guy who will just be like, oh, you first picked Orianna? Well, that means I can play fucking Corki mid if I want to. Like, he just played insane matchups into Orianna that are unplayable, and he would just go even CS in them somehow. So if you're not the GOAT and you're a human being, you can only really play like Akali, Yone. I mean, Yone is pretty hard, but you can maybe play it. Akali, Yone, Azir. Maybe you can play some like other mages that are not going to be good in the game but can lane, but you don't have that many options into Orianna. Oh, and like one thing that Chovy does as well is he likes playing Galio into Orianna. He just gets to a lane, even CS, Galio versus Orianna versus some of the best mid laners in the world, so it is what it is. Agents are good into her. Not really. They're like lateable, but they're not actually good into her. And then also those champions are just way weaker than Orianna in a lot of games. Like, you would not want to play, let's say you're playing Victor, you would not want to play into Orianna Nocturne. You wouldn't want to play Victor into Ashe Seraphine Orianna either. It's like very hard to deal damage in that type of game. So maybe you'd be able to lane decently, but then you have to worry about things like Orianna Jarvan, right? Wonder what Gryffinn is going to play here. Surprised I'm hitting Volibear. I think Volibear is dog shit champ. This champ was nerfed so hard, like 2 patches ago. It was nerfed so insanely hard, so I personally didn't give a fuck about Volibear when we were drafting versus Fly. Like, we just left it up every single game. If you want to play Volibear, you can play this useless limiting champion. It's not useless, but it's just so much weaker than it was before. It's like, I'm not of the opinion that you can be so insanely goated at Volibear that you can play it in like hard Volibear games. Volibear versus fucking Azir, for example. Like, I don't believe you can be so goated at Volibear that you can play it while it's nerfed into really hard team comps and just 1v9 the game. Gonna be a Gwen jungle. Gwen jungle is something that Gryffinn plays a lot in solo queue. I mean, Gwen is decent versus Jhin, Nico, and Nocturne. It's not good versus Azir generally. Part of the reason they take the Gwen here is because they blinded Sion, and because they blinded Sion, Gwen is one of the best answers to Sion, so they can take both here. It's a decent Gwen game, and it also removes one of the Sion counters, so now Dokla has to decide what he's actually going to play. Zahen, I think it's a decent Zahen angle. Renekton, yeah, that's on Fizz jungle. The clear is really good. I'm interested about it. Oh, Griffin's here. Maybe go on Saint here.
And we'll push Inspired
he ghosted here.
Laner, so junglers will just high
I guess you can't do anything besides for pop ghost on Gwen. Can't do anything if you don't pop ghost, so it is what it is.
Camping here to wait for Inspired to come back to...
Oh, but he's actually in some trouble. It was
fucking horrible for Gryffinn. Griffin's dead. Griffin tried to invade Raptors here to hit level 6 himself, and he didn't even get them. Never mind. Gryffinn is running down the game once again. Why is just aggressively running down the games, no? Like, that's what's actually happening.
Saint's going in for his own 1v1 right now. Emperor's Divide on the quad, trying to find a 1v1.
This is really fucking bad by Saint, by the way. Oh, actually, okay, he got the flash. He got the flash. Maybe it's not bad. If you don't get the flash here, it's so fucking bad for your lane. But also, Quad is going the Roa build versus just Nocturne. I don't fuck with that.
Backing up this propaganda.
Ooh, current call now. Berserker lands 1, lands 2. and picks up a second kill for the team.
Then the lanes just kind of went to town. So this is just straight up 2v2 outplay here. Not only did they get the early advantage in this lane by pushing Masu back to base early, it means Berserker can ping level 6 first. As soon as he sits level 6, they just open up. Cryojin would have had to dodge 2 more Ash.
So we lost our Ash Seraphine lane.
Job getting that kill.
Nice.
We lost our Ash Seraphine lane, and our jungle is behind while playing Gwen jungle.
That is the experience.
Do we open?
On his ultimate, FlyQuest, Dragons at 1500.
Isles has flash. He's kind of like asking for an arrow so that he can flash it.
Do they go for the paranoia play? He goes in, has Saint right behind
Good play.
him. Isles running up as well.
Nothing they can do.
Azir. They have the damage for the kill, and it's Gryffinn that goes down.
Gryffinn is going to get completely stomped for the entire game now. I mean,
It just.
I think Gryffinn is just kind of like in his own head right now. How do you lose lane as Ash Seraphine? I mean, here it's like they didn't really play to just stomp their lane, you know?
I mean, no
Like Cryojin moved all the way to Raptors to do this Raptor contest with Gryffin, and it ended up being horrible for them, right? So then when they came back to lane, they weren't like in a good position. I feel like Ash Seraphine, if you really want to get ahead with Ash Seraphine, you have to just stay in your lane. You can't do these types of moves and stuff. I mean, well, I got both objectives. Doesn't look like it'll matter, but whatever.
Might see some action up top side here. The Sign ult goes in, lands the first knockup. Will follow up with a decimating smash.
I don't know if they can even kill him.
The damage. Needlework comes through. Has the dominus and will pop it.
Yes, flash.
He rushes away. Flash to safety,
Yeah,
and Doppler does get out
That's
of there.
where they use their timer. Now Nocturne's gonna murder Gryffin.
Here. Low health bars on 2 members. He just jumps past the
I don't know, bro. It's just so
straight
unserious.
onto Gryffin. Another kill to Inspired. Flash out from Gakkos.
Gryffin is just once again aggressively running down the game.
The best, you know, like responding type junglers. Bottom side, they're gonna make their own play again.
Flash on the both. Root follow up on Amasu. Berserker's trying to get that damage in, and in comes the mid laner. Flash over the.
Oh god, they didn't even kill. Okay, open. Wait, Saint just completely killed himself. That's kind of cool.
Berserker's now going to look at Cryojin in.
I mean, Saint is just intentionally feeding. He does this like once per game. It is what it is.
So the 2 former MVPs doing some work.
Okay, there we go.
Making things happen. We're going to watch this.
Bro, there's no way that we start with this double E, man. You cannot double E like this, can you? Dry double E in lane? I feel like this is not even how you play. Like, isn't the whole idea that you slow them and then you double E them?
Again, back to back right now. In goes Gryffinn, pops a needlework. Immediate paranoia response. Inspired is on
Gryffinn. We're inting so hard. Like, you have to int less hard than this. Gryffinn is just running it down completely. Oh my lord. How can quad play? How can quad play his jungle? Like, somehow Gryffinn has started running it down harder and harder every single game that he's played.
We have had in a very
He's somehow running it down even harder than he did versus us. You know why Inspired is a really good Nocturne player? This is why. Because he just doesn't ult.
So you have to
like, for the majority of the time where he has ult, he just doesn't feel the need to press his ult. So everyone has to play like his ult is up because he just doesn't ult.
They know that
Whereas like other players, as soon as they get Nocturne ult, they're like, I gotta make a play, I gotta use this shit, I need ultimate Hunter stacks.
Yeah, he's just been a menace.
And Inspired just clears his camps and he just has ulti up the entire time. And you're just like, well, fuck bro, I guess I can't trade on this wave. Guess he could be here, he could be there, you know, hard for people to play. By the way, Inspired has had his ulti up for the last 2 minutes, even though he has level 11 with ultimate Hunter stacks. He has like insane amounts of ultimate Hunter stacks, but he's still just not using it.
I don't want to say like, oh yeah,
Noted. It's kind of crazy that Gryffinn is only down 1.2k gold when he's like ran the game down this hard. That's some woke nonsense, bro. That's S16 for you. I miss back in the days where if you played like this, you'd be down like 4 levels and the game was completely unplayable. I feel like people should be punished more for inting in leagues. Like now it's like, oh, you inted, but it's fine. You got home guards. Also, this guy is a bounty. Like there's just so many things that like keep you in the game. I feel like if you run it down really badly, your game should just feel fucking terrible to play. Gryffinn just a fraud. I mean, it's his first split in tier 1, so I mean he isn't very good, but I don't know. I don't think he's a fraud. I just think he's playing worse than he is right now because he's kind of like just, I don't know. He seems just like mentally he's not himself. Like in games, it just doesn't feel like he's confident or like playing consistent. He's just like really trying to win so hard, you know.
Quickly wanting to point out.
Oh, that's what you're
This guy's no ult. He might be killable.
Well, I'm pointing at Dokla right now. The arrow goes wide.
No Nocturne here.
That one flashes the wall and gets away from the attempt.
When to run down the game.
Yeah.
Gryffinn is like 19 now. No, Griffin's 19. He's almost 20. It's not like he's like 17-year-old rookie or something. He's been grinding for a bit.
Lion has actually it's gonna be Paranoia popped to bot side instead.
He played in
right now,
Tier 3 Korea for a year, and then he played one split in CBLOL, which is like
that felt good.
equivalent to like Tier 2, I would say. And then now he's in LCS. Like he should be ready. I don't think he has excuses about like being like too young or not being ready yet.
Look at the dragon as Dokla finds Gakkos under turret right now.
It's kind of like one of those things where if you're not ready by now, like when would you be ready?
Flash available and also has Gryffinn in his back pocket. Now they just turn back on a Dokla, slices
no flash on this guy.
Back in. He still fancies the
Gryffinn
solo
kill him.
kill.
Griffin's
Won't
dead.
find it. Gakkos is out of there, but maybe they get Gryffinn.
Yeah, he's dead.
That's
a 0-5. Bro, does Gryffinn have like the lowest? Gryffinn has to have the most deaths in all of LCS, no? Like surely he just has the most deaths. I'll probably lose the CBLOL last year. Team that beat C9, by the way. That was not the team that beat us in EWC. But also losing a best of one is like a really cringe way to decide that you're better than them. Like I wouldn't say that because we won versus CRX in a best of one, we're like better than FearX right now, and we would be like top 3 at LCK. I feel like that's just a delusional way to view things. What's your opinion of Gakkos so far? Well, I thought he was a different player last year than the player he is this year. So I don't really know how to view Gakkos, because last year he was the guy that was like really good in lane and played like a lot of like aggressive carry champs.
With the help of Saint, Quad has the stasis. Zonia's popped, and the turret.
But if you think about who he was last year, he was the guy that was like, oh, if they first pick Mbessa, I'm gonna play Aurelia into it, and he'll just play like a matchup that should be hard, but or, I mean not should be hard, but a matchup that's delicate and like smurf on you, and he would just want to like beat you as hard as possible 1v1 in lane. But this year he plays like weak side pretty consistently.
But now Gryffinn has a window. We just saw Inspired bot side.
What do you play in our games again? Game 1 was when he played Rumble and he ulted backwards in lane. And then game 2 he played Scion. And then game 3 was his Aurora game where he got solo killed by Gnar. So like I don't know what his strengths are as a player. Yeah, guys, the casters are troll. The Orianna was dead. There was only 4 people alive. Why are we pretending like he can get a penta? There's only 4 people on the map. He can't get a penta.
This is not what we expect.
Oh,
we're just doing it again. We're just doing it on repeat.
Bro, I don't honestly blame the casters for losing focus. It's so hard to like pretend like this is still a game. Like it is just a waiting room for game number 2. Damn, so FlyQuest hasn't made it to 30 minutes in their last 5 games they've played now. They haven't made it to 30 minutes once in 5 games. Gryffinn should go back to school. He had like a 4.0 GPA. No, I don't think he should give up his dream after winter split of his first time in tier 1. Also, I'm of the opinion that like you gotta remember he's also getting paid really well for this. Like, it's not like he's just wasting time and he's like screwing over the rest of his life. When you play in LCS, if you have like even if you're minimum contract, your housing is paid for you, and your like your food is paid for you, travel is paid for you, like all the stuff is paid for you. So even if you're only making 100K, it's almost as if you're making like 200K or something because you have no expenses compared to what a normal person would have, right? 175K or whatever you want to say, right? It's normally fucking hard to live in LA, right? So you're going to be making decent money and you won't be able to go back to school. And even if you go back to school when you're like 21 or 22 or like 23 or whatever, if you go back to school in your late 20s, whatever, like as long as you are being financially responsible and you have built up like a decent nest egg, you can still just pursue that and
well, let's take a look at the Baron fight first.
Do it kind of at any time. Isles is looking for an angle. Goodbye, Isles. Good angles. It's well played by Lyon. I mean, honestly, this is really well played by Lyon. They're playing so much better than they did last time. How did they lose to DSG? I don't know how TL lost to Sentinels and Lyon lost to DSG.
Protect the mental for next
because
game.
Those were definitely the hardest series we've played so far.
You know, people ask that a lot for best of 5s. Okay, you know, just look at the next
like they did feel like they
But
were
it's
like
not
good
just
teams,
this
you know?
series. It's also the last 2 series that they played versus Cloud9. Also, it has been like very abusive.
Yeah, it has felt that way. It's interesting because if we look at what the last series did, is they're ending the game right now, but it's a 20,000 gold lead. They drafted themselves more
20k gold lead. Could Saint not have just went top and ended the game? Wait, hold up. Are they just playing for fun? What happened here?
It has felt that way. It's interesting because we look
Why
at
did Saint not just...
Not just considering this single game.
Oh, I guess he had to base?
Cryogen's there to help, so Lyon can't end on that push, but this game
Okay, I
all
guess he
feels...
has to base.
Oh my goodness!
He was
That
too
was
low.
a Q and an auto from
Oh,
Saint
he'd be able to like get
Gryffinn,
some
and he almost just
fruit or
dies
something
now.
and then end the game.
Goes in. He was at that help,
0-8-0. My God. Can they end before 30 minutes? That's the question. That's all I care about. Just end before 30 minutes. Don't let them get to 30. Good flash, Saint.
Lion will win another fight. It's a slaughter.
Come on. Pre-30, pre-30.
21,000 gold lead. Game 1 to Lion.
All right, that's 5 games under 30 minutes. It's 26-1. Oh my God. That was a crazy stomp. Holy shit. All right, here we go. Game 2. The Lion is banning Cassio. The reason they're banning Cassio is because they wanted to first pick Rise. They wanted to force the enemy team to ban Rise. And obviously Quad is like the GOAT Cassio player. I think now you're looking at like Talia being pretty strong. Since Orianna, Azir, Rise are all out. Hey, and Bessa ban. I think you just Talia first pick and then go from there. Pick your jungle that's best for the game. You can even drop jungle in this situation. Most of the OP junglers are gone. Well, not most of the OP junglers, but like Bessa's down, Pantheon's down. Nocturne's down, like Jarvan is situational, Aatrox situational, like all those other champs are easily situational champs from Kong. First pick Varus. I'm surprised they banned Sylas over Varus. Talia. They're just going to take both. They trade Talia for Varus by Ahri. Okay, they're going Ahri. I wonder if they're going Ahri because Ahri is a good matchup into Talia. And they don't want to go Talia and give free Jarvan angle to Inspired. Maybe that's the idea. Aurora, flex pick for Lion. Probably gonna pick jungle here. There's nothing that's like insanely juicy for jungle. Malphite, that's kind of a crazy Malphite angle. FlyQuest, I'll probably draft Ezreal or Sivir here. If not, both are getting banned. Maybe they drop it. They could drop, but I feel like they should take Ezreal. Because the thing about Masu is he's not that great at like Corki and Sivir. He'll play them, but he's not insane at them. I should ban Poppy.
But it's gonna be Ezreal for Masu.
No, I don't think they should care about Poppy here. If this guy wants to play Poppy blind, because I mean, I assume they could take top on 4 and counterpick support. They could take support on 4, but I feel like if you go Poppy blind into Ezreal, like that could be really bad for the game. Renata, okay, so for Kalista Renata ban, I think that makes sense because they don't have like that many supports that are going to be good into Kalista Renata because Karma's banned, right? He goes out, Alistar. Well, now the Poppy looks really juicy. If they go Alistar here, then the Poppy like becomes really juicy. I don't like the Alistar on 4 here at all. It just makes Poppy just way too insane. And Isles is a known Poppy enjoyer. He plays it all the time in solo queue. I think it's a bad move. I mean, your top better have some insane pick that is going to 1v9 this game because you just gave them a very juicy Poppy angle for no reason. I mean, the biggest problem here is that it's not that Poppy like murders the Alistar in lane. The problem now is that Ezreal and like Varus are both going to have free lane, so you're not going to even have counterpick support to the Varus. So the Varus is going to be very OP within this game. You know, like you'd want to pick Gwen here, obviously, but Gwen is out.
That explains it.
I wonder if Gakko, like, I wonder what Gakko's play is. I mean, he could go Zahen, Olaf. Olaf is a pretty decent pick here. Olaf is not a bad pick here. I fuck with the Olaf pick. I just don't like the problem with the Olaf is that I don't actually believe that if the K'Sante player is good, you win this lane as Olaf. And Olaf, if you lose your lane, is really fucking bad.
Hello. First thing, how do you regroup from such a crushing loss?
Obviously not the best performance, but in a loss like that, we kind of forgot most of our fundamentals in the first 6 minutes of the game. Like we're calling out their Jhin can move. It could be 4v3 on Raptors. Nocturne's level 6, and then right after that we fight Dragon. So it just comes down to taking a step back, taking a deep breath. Nice.
So he said very elegantly that Gryffinn has to not just ruin the game in the first 6 minutes. Nice, bro. Nice.
So
I gotta get on that shit as a coach.
Because as soon as you fall behind, the game's
we've lost track of our fundamentals.
We do need to have good fundamentals in order to beat teams in.
A lot better than saying, I will kill Blabber after this game.
Game 1. Game 2, taking a completely different strategy here, right? With the Vi Ahri, like a lot of really early to mid-game playmaking. So is that like a conscious choice just based on how the way your team has performed?
Done an interview so far? Yeah, I did one on the broadcast.
Just like baiting them to pick Varus, and then we have a very good dive comp with the Vi, Ahri, Olaf. Overall, it still kind of follows a similar thing where they do have like a Malphite.
By the way, we instantly got
strong like mid-game
2 for 1 to bot during this
and we have Ezreal, Ahri, which are pretty good against the Malphite.
during this stage interview.
To kind of find
or it wasn't a stage interview, it was like
the key for team fights
interview while the game's going on.
As Olaf can connect with the Vi, it's going to be winning. But if Olaf is too far away or can't connect, then that's how you know a fight's probably not going to go our way.
Well, we'll see what happens. All the best to you and your team. Thank you for taking the time. We'll let you go. Back to the cast.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that Olaf just loses this lane to K'Sante if both players are playing like
never again, but it just
extremely well. Generally, how it works is like Olaf has to all in with ult, and then if not, K'Sante is going to be winning. But when you ult as K'Sante and Olaf is ulted, you travel, but he doesn't. So you can use that to like kite out his ulti.
A little bit there, but he's going to have to start clearing his camps because he wants to hit level 6 at the same time as Inspired.
And it's another instance where already in the early game, Inspired is getting a more efficient clear over Gryffinn. This time because he's hovering on the top half and will now go towards these other camps. But yeah, Inspired is able to get that top Scuttle Crab and is right back towards his bottom camps.
Well, I mean, it's same efficiency, it's just different timers then. You're desyncing your Raptor spawns from your opponent's Raptor spawns with this.
Sure.
Last time, turned out pretty poorly.
It did, yeah.
A little bit dangerous.
And the reason why Inspired is doing this is because he
Generally,
thinks that
when you are
it's
playing
going to be
level 6
actually pretty
junglers
hard for him to
Malphite
like contest
or,
Drake, or like
Nocturne,
normally when
a
you
lot
play
of people
Malphite,
really like Raptor
contesting
starts,
third crab is hard because you're not really a champion until you have your ult. You are a champion, you're strong in fights, but you need somebody else to like make the fight happen. So he's doing this to try to make his Raptor spawn earlier, so that he will be able to get level 6 earlier. That's the idea. I don't know what he's just doing this because he wants to do like the 530 tech to get the upgraded smite. So he's looking for potential like gank top during this timer. Could work. This could work.
Malphite gank. I mean, there's a ward in that pixel brush, so they
Hit
see
level
it
6.
coming, but it might not be enough. Ultimate is popped, Ragnarok used, but he sees C immune. Is it enough to get the solo kill? No, it's first
really good gank by Inspired. Because the thing is, the Olaf needs to fight you back, and here the Olaf can't fight back because the Malphite is there. They give Drake for it, but he will get top crab and Grump, and he'll be level 6. And now top lane is really hard for Gakko. He'll make the game unplayable in the next 3 minutes. No, bro, he's doing fine this time. I like how I said last game, I'm like, all right, Gryffinn hasn't ran down the game yet. He's doing a lot better. He looks more composed today. And then he just ran down the game immediately.
And Saint just got midway in, so they got to be very careful here.
Gryffinn
Have a mid laner and Malphite coming in.
does actually have malignance here.
As well. And
I'm scared. I feel like something. Oh, okay, wait, I can see it. No flash. It's actually a good play. No, Cryogen, what the fuck?
Stop them all from getting knocked away themselves, but now
report Cryogen.
And they have to reset as Dragon will not be claimed.
Imagine a bit of a
misside. So Kobe, he didn't find that immediate, power spike he was looking for. Speaking of power spikes, Magic Card power spike here for Quad in the mid lane. Flash from Cryogen onto Berserker.
Okay, movement. Didn't have to ult. He's gonna need to ult now though. He's about to get stunned. There he ults.
Hit into the wall. Actually, Cryogen's able to walk away from that one. Exhausted.
This guy is dead as fuck, by the way.
Trying to keep him alive.
There's a Malphite and a Aurora behind him, and they lose Drake now. Excellent. They're gonna lose Drake anyway because they used my ult and they didn't actually win the situation.
It feels like they just can't even really like hold on to anything. Maybe topside again. Gryffinn wants to go over the wall.
Okay, they're not going to wait for the dive. Instead, it's all out from Dokla saying, all right, Griffin's my escape tool here. Griffin's trying to lock him down. Flash from Dokla will
Dokla's dead, I think. Nice. Good play.
The charm lands onto the top laner. Dokla
Wait, Saint is inting? Saint is doing his int play as always?
In a 1v3
not inting?
Can he get anything?
Oh, they're TP behind. The fucking, oh my god, actually the fucking Berserker TP, the Varus TP. It wasn't inting, they're coordinated. The Varus TP top here. Go to the Varus flank TP. Alright, the game's over again. I mean, it's just really unfortunate for Fly because if they get that kill on Poppy on second Drake, they would just get second Drake, and then they would have 2 Drakes in the game, and they wouldn't be cross-mapping here. Like, the whole game would look completely different, you know?
TP up topside, Lyon have their support in some trouble. Their Quad was in the lane, and he had multiple members.
I don't know if we needed to ult this, I'm gonna be honest.
And
Q would have sufficed.
Really nice pick.
I know that Poppy was trying to charge his ult, but yeah. And they had a pretty rough series versus Dig. Like, their game 2 versus Dig was very losable.
That one up as Griffin's on the top half of the map right now. That was a proxy farm from Dokla.
Big support Goldie, that's what I'm saying.
Uses the ultimate Dokla has the all-out, trying to get out of there, uses the step instead, as Gakkos with the slow to follow him up. Everyone's onto Dokla, Lyon are onto the Dragon, flash over the wall, Gakkos flash follows, and the wait from Gryffinn to get Dokla
Oh, whatever, man.
all-out.
It's fine, bro. He was dead anyway, but Jesus Christ.
That one works well. They were not
part of the comp, and they're just going to repeat the play again. No ultimate on the K'Sante. This
No
time
flash on K'Sante, he's just dead.
out with the support to lock down the K'Sante. The ultimate from Olaf will just keep up as long as he's autoing. Dokla has no escape.
It's actually pretty good. Pretty fucking good for the game now. They can actually play.
Here we go for Saint. And it could be dangerous. Here we go.
Yeah, the Dragon started already.
All right, let's see it.
And in comes Inspired.
This is the fight that decides the entire game.
Anytime. Teleport in from quad.
Bobby's charging, but he didn't get anyone out.
But not gonna throw
That's on like a pretty long cooldown now.
Back for Gryffinn.
It's not the 15-second cooldown anymore. It's 30-second cooldown, which is too much.
Turns his attention. Inspired still has the ult. He's holding it for a long time. Cryogen just trying to push back.
Pretty hard for them to play.
As the Dragon is not
Masu's getting chunked though. Masu got really chunked here. Quad is trying to hold the position on the side, but it's not great.
Pretty effectively here. They're actually winning the poke wars hard. Dokla zoning the
Oh my god, he actually hit Masu. Is Masu dead? Masu didn't flash. Masu didn't flash the combo. Saint might be dead. Let's see. Inspired will die. Now he has flash. He lives. Saint's still alive. Oh my god, bro. Masu didn't flash the combo. If he flashed the Aurora combo, he would have been able to still deal damage, but I feel like Masu just took way too much damage this fight. It's going to be a Baron here. So it's not like if we finish third or something, like that's like insane or like I've done extremely well or something, you know?
He just cannot move, but Isles is behind.
Did they kill this guy?
Oh,
they didn't kill him. Oh, Gryffinn is in no man's land. Decent flash. They charmed the Poppy. Poppy's dead. Saint is behind. Good combo onto Inspired. Okay, they spaced it. They spaced it. It's fine. Is it fine? Bro, they can't kill him. The Protoplasm Harness. They killed Dokla though. It's still fine. It's still fine.
Will kill the top laner. FlyQuest trying to get members out.
It was almost really goated.
So far for FlyQuest.
The Protoplasm Harness saved Inspired. I remember just seeing all those comments like, is Yamato done raging in solo queue and now he's coaching?
Very healthy position. FlyQuest need to just play around.
Why would you give your position like this to Saint?
Here onto Saint, but he just dashes away with the ultimate between worlds. Teleport.
I feel like that was so troll. I feel like something good was going to happen if they were just more patient. Like Saint was in an insane position. He knew that no one saw him. Dokla's getting chunked slowly. They can play slowly on front. That looks really good. Not really good. I mean, it looks fine though. I felt like this was crazy that they just sent so easily, or like Saint just showed himself so easily.
Oh, nice. Have to try and counter.
There's Inspired. Anytime you're walking into the Malphite, it can be scary.
Oh my god, this is way too far. Gryffinn is lucky he got Poppy ulted, no?
As Berserker's trying to hold back Quad, but in the pit goes the top laner. Watch for Gakkos. The Olaf's trying to free fire on
Oh my god.
That's the only member he's hitting, and now he's
Malphite just ulted the Olaf that had ulti on for damage, but also didn't Isles just straight up fucking save Gryffinn? I mean, he has GA, but like, I don't know. That was crazy to me. That was crazy talk. Oh, Masu's dead. GG.
Masu dominating as he kills the
GG. I think Saint is actually good.
Tough position.
I don't know, bro. It's like he's good, but
is the next objective. There's no chance FlyQuest can get in there.
It just feels like he's like the type that will like into game, you know?
The kill onto Isles. Take out the Poppy, and now the Baron's low.
Yeah, all right, here's something you guys have to decide on. Is Rachel a freak or not?
You kind of have to do some stuff like that, right?
No.
Your eyes and imagine.
They still don't see Gryffinn. Okay, now they should see him coming up.
Okay. Oh my god. When I just saw Masu just watch this, Rachel. Rachel, come back. We need to just watch what Masu just did again. Like, oh, we have to. There's a team fight going on, but we need to see this one more time. Look at Masu right here.
Big chunk on Masu. One weirding.
You kind of have to do some stuff like that, right?
Over there. He's in the turret. He's backing in the turret. He has flash up. Look at this. He has flash and he has E up.
They should see him coming up. They just full send it on to Masu. 80 carries down.
That's some shit you would do. He's got the same shit you have. Anyways.
Flashback from the Bears. Now Gakkos
Yeah, I know you have a pan in your hand. Why is it hot?
The carry. He's still alive
warm.
for now. CC immune, but again, not damage immune. Inspired will get that
okay,
one.
anyways.
Lion are crushing
Most importantly, this
everybody
game's fucking
on
over.
FlyQuest, a double kill to Inspired.
Most importantly, I came home yesterday,
for the follow-up. They'll
and
crush the
Rachel
team
was
fight.
eating carrots
Long
and
death
dipping
timers
them
and a bear
in light
drop, 20
mayonnaise.
seconds on
Like,
Mossy,
not
Cross
ranch.
still alive
She was
with
dipping her
donating
carrots
carry.
in light mayonnaise.
Might be
Is she a freak?
line is
Ew,
so
ew, ew. You mean cancer?
On Inspired's second ultimate in the fight. Flashes back to safety. No chance of survival.
That's
FlyQuest
disgusting. Mayo
taken
is
down
goated.
again. Lion.
Honestly, if my
We
chat
were
wasn't
promised
mainly
is showing
European, you'd be
its
getting
fangs
completely
today.
fucking
2-0
roasted
in
right
the
now.
series.
One more game.
No,
from
I defend
the
her.
Sweep
Don't-
to eliminate FlyQuest from LCS locking, Kobe.
100%
And
freak.
At the
Okay.
very end, a
Good to
little
know.
kiss from Inspired.
Good to know. We
He
got to the
flashes
bottom of it.
FlyQuest
They sided with
logo.
me. The
Versus
verdict
his
is that you're a
old
freak.
team.
And Bessa banned
Leading
again?
the
I wonder
So
if
we showed
Lion
that,
is
we
going
showed
to
Doko looking at the audience
ban
like, "No,
Pantheon.
okay." I think there's a conversation
I
happening.
think Gryffinn is going to pick Pantheon here probably.
He's not in.
With all these
right.
junglers
Yeah,
out.
I mean,
Lion
oh.
could probably just
Oh,
ban
that's a
Pantheon.
good
Or maybe
point.
Inspired will like
Which
play
one?
some tank matchup into Pantheon.
All right, well,
People used to do
Jungle
that.
Ban here opens up
Inspired was always a
tanks,
huge
so,
Sejuani player. He hasn't played it at all recently, but like he always liked that champ a lot. He did play Malphite last game. They do the Pantheon ban. Okay. Still think Talia is probably the best mid laner up, but they could go Rumble instead. Din Zhao, really? Bro, honestly, is it a Rumble Sejuani Yone angle? They're a pretty good Jace team because Doka can play a top, right? Bro, they could just Rumble Sejuani here and Yone on 3. Definitely possible. Corki Nami? Corki Nami won too. Maybe they're not worried about Nami being taken away. They're just going Cassio. They're just like, we need Quad to play his one trick. Obviously, he's not an actual one trick, but it's like, you need Quad to just play Cassio because that is just his champion. I don't know what AD we're playing here into presumably Corki Nami. But maybe Lion will feel like they need to pick mid on 3. Jace is decent into Rumble. Fonte's out. Aurora's out. Those are pretty good answers to Rumble. I mean, Rumble's really strong right now. But maybe Dokla just plays like Orin or something. Yeah, they are going to go Nami. Well, I think FlyQuest should ban Orin. Definitely don't think you let them have Orin. Yeah, Orin into Rumble with having an immobile mid laner as well. I don't think that's the move. Let's see what Lion plays here. Galio, it's flex. Galio's a pretty good pick. Maintains the flex here. Lucian Sona. Lucian Sona. I mean, some people will like this into Corki Nami. I mean, you could definitely win lane with it. Probably is decent into Lucian. Decent into Xin Zhao. I do feel like this is probably the best draft that Fly has had for them. But we'll see. Maybe, I mean, if this game's not winnable, it was just scheduled all along, you know? There's nothing else you can say. It's a decent game for Sona, though, because, like, you're not playing into a jungler that's going to fuck you up. Wukong is a team-fighting jungler that's kind of weak early. You're not weak early, you can fight, but you need to, like, be able to commit to a fight rather than... Oh, man, they don't know Nami's here. How do they not know Nami can be here? Oh, Gryffinn, we're inting every game early. You cannot int this much. It's insane. He just ints every game early. How do we not know Nami is missing, bro? Everyone based bot and Nami is not showing bot. No one's gonna say Nami is missing. No one's gonna say Nami is not bot lane. Be careful. Be fucking careful. Take the crab. No one's gonna say that shit? No. This is insane glaze to say Inspired has Gryffinn downloading. Gryffinn is just intentionally feeding, and every good jungler is going to have him downloaded until he starts playing better. The same thing happened when he played against us. Look at Thinkard. That's exactly what I said. There's nothing else you can do, bro. I fuck with Thinkard here. As a coach, what else can you do? What can you do as a coach?
Still needing to learn a lot about how to
play
jungle against the top LCS.
He has flash. He has flash.
The Weaver's Wall comes in from safe.
We're still hitting this?
Isles coming up as well. Crowd and Masu are trying to link up with their jungler right now, and
nice. Now everyone is insanely uncomfortable in the game. Well played. We've done something where everyone in the game feels insanely uncomfortable to play.
Dragon's gonna reset. Actually, everyone's gonna be.
You know how fucking bad his bot lane feels when they just like walk here and quad walks here too, and they're just like, what's happening? What is actually happening now? A lot of people think Gryffinn is young and new to the scene. That guy's been playing League for over 10 years, and 5 of them were in the competitive scene. Well, I mean, everyone who's playing pro right now has been playing for like 12 years or something. You know, none of these players are new to League of Legends. But also, saying Gryffinn has been in the competitive scene for 5 years is a lie. No, he played on an open qualifier team in like 2022. So even if you were like being honest, it's been max 4 years. But but the first 2 years of that, before he went to T1 Rookies, the first 2 years are him just playing open qualifiers with like random assortments of players. Like that's not in the competitive scene. Playing open qualifiers for 2 months. Like he was, okay, so in the first year and a half that you're saying he's in competitive, he played 2 months on a amateur team, aka tier 3, which is playing in like, yeah, I mean, tier 3 NA, you're not even playing league. He really started playing competitive, I would say, in 2024 when he joined T1 Rookies, right? That's what I would say. It's fair to say he started playing competitive. So he's been playing competitive for like 2 years at this point.
Pretty big fan of the lane so far.
Ooh, they throw out the ultimate, answered by Isles. Big damage on.
They can make some play here.
They don't have the wave behind it. Gryffinn is coming around from
Not bad, not bad. Okay, Gryffinn. We're on the board. Talia's hovering, but maybe we stay here for a sec. Force the Talia to walk down. Gap Velia. Yeah, I mean, he did Gap Velia, but like, I thought his other games were pretty fucking whack. No? What was the game where he played Jarvan and he just like flash comboed? Did he flash combo? Or he just like comboed an Alistar and just got completely one-shot? I don't think that most people in the community know what a jungler should be doing or what their decisions, what potential decisions they have to make in each early game, and can like determine what's good and bad if nothing is actually occurring, right? Like if there's not actually like fights or anything. Like, I don't think people generally know how much like experience a camp gives, like when they should be playing for upgraded smite, when they should not be playing for upgraded smite, when they need to play through like a specific lane, when they need to hit Drake, like all these things it feels like people don't care about or like don't know about. So then when they judge junglers, it's normally just based off how well they fight mechanically in fights, which I think is not a good way to view jungle skill.
He got there just in time to get all the gold from the baby.
Like I care way more about like if you know what to do as a jungler. Oh, Moss is just insta-dead. I don't know why he stepped up here. Like I care more about like what decisions do you make early compared to how good your mechanics are, because like somebody like Gryffinn has really good mechanics generally. But like he's into every single game going for Raptor camps that are not his. He's not tracking people well on the map. He's not making good decisions around like when to trade, when to hit objectives, when he can hit Crab. Like none of that stuff is actually good. I mean, this is inspired with a Triforce here. It's very fucking scary to fight this. I mean, Inspired had a shutdown. I guess it's technically good.
But now FlyQuest with a 2v1. Isles coming in, empowers Saint to walk forward. Throws out the Unraveled Earth. The Seismic Shove side step, but the threat of volley should be enough. Cryogen just auto to death by Saint.
I don't know. I mean, you can't fight. He was down a level, and Inspired had Triforce. So even though Quad was first, it's just terrible to fight here for Gryffinn. But I mean, the game is probably cooked anyway. Not gonna lie.
I think we'll have to
Dokla got solo killed though, so we'll take that.
Flash down and dying, and you see this rumble on the tower, so
I mean, Soda was trying to flash heal him.
Hits level 11 as Dokla's trying to shove in the wave to get 11 as well.
And this is also probably why
on that Justice Punch kind of spaced him nicely.
This guy took.
And you see the immediate turn too, looking, he's like, you're not going to get out of here.
And now he's just in no man's land, and Gakkos is cycling his cooldowns very well. Going to time his overheat with his ultimate right there. Really perfectly done.
So Lyon have multiple members top side. Gakkos could be in some trouble here. Dokla taking up a lot of turret shots to set up his team for the damage. Berserker will get
and Flash ready. So rank 2 on his ulti, and we're starting to fight. Gryffinn takes the Hex Gate in.
Has the Crescent Guard, trying to keep himself healthy, but Inspired's over the wall. Petrifying Gaze lands this time. Big chunk onto Inspired. In comes the Galio ultimate. Quad was able to kite back with Gryffinn in tow. In comes the Nami ultimate. Will only knock up onto Gryffinn. Double taunt from Dokla, but the team has already left him too, as his enemy is also getting the objective. So Herald and a potential pick here. Quad has Petrifying Gaze. Might have to hold it if you can get some big damage on this. It walks back into the Seismic Shove that was in the brush.
Wait, hold up. The game is like still playable? I thought the game was just over. Actually insane to me that Spectrum Internet is this fucking bad in 2026. I stream like once a week and it goes down, but yeah, whatever. All right, third Drake. Let's see how this goes.
Flanking ward if they want to TP in for it, but everybody's already here. It's going to be a 5v5 potential.
Combat Herald.
Dragon Weaver's Wall to cut off Gakkos and Cryogen. 3 members of Fly now in the Dragon Pit. We're going to
Combat Herald
in the Herald for the engage.
Okay, they got the Drake, but Quad is dead, and now the fight is going to be unplayable. GG. Oh, maybe it is playable? Is it playable? Moss was in there. Inspired's actually alive. I mean, they did get Drake, and they're not going to lose Barrett here, so the game is still playable.
secured for FlyQuest.
It's a good wall from Saint, though. I like that.
Will get aced here.
Quad just went into the pit and just got one shot. He didn't have Seraphs yet. How does Gakkos not have his second item at this point? That's crazy, no?
I'll say the 8 stacks of Darksteel count, as Gryffinn can't even get his own red buff. Fired right there. Now Gryffinn chunked out as he has to walk away.
Knowing they chunked out Gryffinn, knowing there's no advantage, this could be the fight they need before Drake.
Turn in onto Masu, flash away, but they got on the quad. The Cassiopeia is taken out before the fight even begins, as Masu's in some trouble as well. Both the carries are down. Lyon with 2 quick picks as they use the Baron as a magnet to pull FlyQuest.
And 40 seconds away from Dragon Soul, just to put the cherry on top.
Fight right now as FlyQuest have one last opportunity to get back into this game. That's a flash from Quad away from the Unraveled Earth. Watch for Inspired on the flank. He's spotted by Gakkos. He's trying to get in. Has the Galio coming in on top. They knock up the Rumble. Griffin's locked down as well. Everybody turning in on the Masu as he got separated from the rest of the team. The Encore to buy some space. The Equalizer goes down. FlyQuest might just be turning this one around. Masu will go down. Big damage from Berserker as the Rockets are shredding them. Saint with the flick back. Gryffinn goes down. Saint is godlike. Gakkos will try and trade it back at Inspired. Will get the shutdown, but a consolation prize.
Last game, I'm pretty sure he was deathless, right? Game 1 where he flew under the turret.
That was the only kill that FlyQuest got game 1. They're looking for another one right now, but the Weaver's wall blocking off the escape path. Masu throwing out the Coley, trying to get some range damage, but a teleport flank from Dokla gets onto the carry. In goes Inspired as well. The clean up from Lyon. A clean 0. We are seeing the Fangs. Lyon take the series 3-0.
Okay, I mean, it seems like...